Welcome back, Warriors. I'm your Quartermaster again, and it is great to see y'all. Welcome to my 5th video in my Weapon Workshop series. If this is your first time here, then welcome. In this tutorial series, I look at all the relevant statistics for all the weapons we're supplied with for this 2042 conflict. Mind you, some of the info on the weapon crates aren't exactly accurate, so that is why I'm here, to test them out for you and get you the most accurate info available. On top of gathering info, I'll also give you my 3 suggested builds to take into the field for dealing with all manner of combat situations. Today we'll be taking a look at our first sidearm, which we only have 2 builds for apparently, the G57. The G57 is based on the Glock model of sidearm. It's chambered in 45 ACP and comes with a base 17 round magazine with 1 round in the chamber. It has 2 fire modes, and these modes of fire greatly change this weapon's rate of fire. In semi-auto mode, the fastest my trigger finger could get the gun going was right around 328 rounds per minute. When in the 3-round burst mode, this weapon can reach a rate of fire much higher at 552 rounds per minute. Take these rates of fire with a grain of salt. Semi-auto weapons always have the chance of slight human error. The base G57 deals 22 damage from 0 to 19 meters. From 20 meters and beyond, damage drops to 18 per shot. That gives us either a 5 or 6 shot kill, leading to a TTK between 732 and 915 milliseconds in semi-auto mode, and 435 and 543 milliseconds in burst mode. Dropping in a headshot will change the semi-auto TTK to be between 549 milliseconds and 732 milliseconds. Our burst TTK becomes 326 and 434 milliseconds. Subsonic rounds don't change your rate of fire at all, but they do provide a massive boost to our damage range. Between 0 and 49 meters, we deal our max damage of 22. Beyond 50 meters, our damage drops to 18. This makes this ammo type great for people who fight at mid-range, as max damage is much further. Seeing as the rates of fire are the same for the subsonic rounds, our TTK values are the same. Our semi-auto TTK is between 732 and 915 milliseconds, and our burst mode TTK is still between 435 and 543 milliseconds. Popping a headshot will again change our semi-auto TTK to 549 and 732 milliseconds, while our burst TTK becomes 326 and 434 milliseconds. Suppressors continue to do what they do, keep us off the minimap and reduce our bullet damage, something they're still not labeled with. Suppressors drop our max damage from 22 down to 20, and our minimum damage from 18 to 17. Lucky for us, this damage drop does not affect our TTK at all, as we'll still need 5 or 6 shots to get a kill. So for the 3rd time, in case y'all missed it earlier, our semi-auto TTK is between 732 and 915 milliseconds, and our burst mode TTK is still between 435 and 543 milliseconds. Landing 1 headshot will change our semi-auto TTK to 549 milliseconds and 732 milliseconds, while our burst TTK becomes 326 and 434 milliseconds. Even better the 3rd time, isn't it? Recoil for the G57 is very easily managed, meaning it doesn't have a lot of side-to-side bounce even with a muzzle brake equipped. Seeing as it's mostly vertical recoil you'll be dealing with, manual compensation is easy enough, and the muzzle brake will be your best friend for keeping those bursts on target, if you're into that like I am. Seeing as there are so few attachments for sidearms, there's really only 2 builds for this weapon. The first is a great all-around sidearm. It uses the Fusion Hollow Optic for a great sight picture. One better than the irons in my opinion. Next, we use these subsonic rounds for the huge boost in range while also removing our muzzle flash, keeping us less noticeable. The LS1 laser sight improves our hipfire accuracy for when we need that up close. We then round the build off with the RCOM tactical muzzle brake to reduce our vertical recoil while increasing our horizontal recoil. If you're looking for a great overall sidearm with great range, good rate of fire, and great accuracy, then look no further than my old reliable G57 build. The Fusion Hollow is great for all ranges you'll be using a pistol in, and it helps you keep on target for medium range fights. The subsonic rounds don't offer you any increased ammo capacity, but with the 150% increase in range, you won't be needing those extra bullets anyway. The LS1 laser sight, when switched on by pressing down on the D-pad, will provide a good reduction to hipfire spread, making those frantic close quarters fights that much easier to win. The RCOM tactical brand of muzzle brake is still my favorite aesthetically, and it does wonders for keeping our burst fire as centered on our target as possible. Keep in mind, this is still a sidearm, a backup weapon. While the subsonic rounds have great range, the damage is still low, and it shouldn't be relied upon for further engagements. Combo 2 is better for close quarters fighting and playing stealthily. We again use the Fusion Hollow Optic for a good sight picture. We next use the Close Combat Extended Mags for a 27% increase in ammo while sacrificing some reload speed. We again use the LS1 laser sight for that hip fire boost, although you want to keep that off for stealth fights. And we end with the GAR45 suppressor to keep us off the minimap and suppressing our sand while reducing our damage and bullet velocity. Now, if you want to go with a stealth pistol for perhaps some sneaky behind enemy lines work with a sniper or other suppressed weapon, the Phantom G57 is the way to go. The Fusion Hollow remains as its best option for this weapon. The extended mags offer you more bullets in case you miss some or if you're fighting multiple enemies. They don't have the best range on them, so if you do extend your fights a little further out, the extra bullets can come in handy there as well. I went with the extended instead of the drum, as the drum magazine just reloads way too slow. The LS1 laser will be very helpful for those hectic close quarters fights, just be sure to have it off if you're going full stealth. The GAR45 suppressor, the only suppressor for this weapon, is really what makes this a stealth build, as it keeps us off the map and makes our location harder to pinpoint. Normally, I avoid suppressors, but given that this one does absolutely no harm to our TTK, I figured it could work out well, so why not? And there you have it, folks, all the stats you need to know and the best builds to properly utilize your reliable G57 sidearm. Combo 1 is best for close quarters, clearing rooms, getting right into the enemy. Combo 2 is a solid stealth build with extra ammo. I did my best to get the most accurate stats on my personal testing of these weapons, so what do y'all think of the G57? How's it been treating you? Let me know down below. And with that, if I did a good job today with this briefing, be sure to leave me a like and subscription and show the major that you want more statistical briefings just like this one. And with that, I've been your quartermaster, and until next time, I will see you later.